so you don't fancy them. And that's okay. The chances are that there are going to be people who don't fancy you and who you don't fancy. But when you're the person delivering that news, how you do it matters. What no one wants to do is look that person in the eye and go, I don't fancy you. I don't find you attractive. I don't want to go on a date with you. Because that's a bit mean and a bit direct, and it could actually really sting and hurt that person. But there are ways of communicating it very clearly that also show that you see their value. There are two things to remember when delivering bad news. Be kind and don't bury the lead. So if what you're going to say to them is, I don't want us to go on a date, or that's not the connection I feel between us, then those are the words you need to start with. Don't say like, oh, I've been thinking about this, and because often I find that my type is more women who do this or men who do that, because they're going to be following a train of thought, not knowing where it's ending up. And that's actually unkind. So start with the headline, which is, from my perspective, I don't feel that kind of connection between us. So they know this is not a conversation that is building romantically. It is an ending to a romantic situation that they hoped for or hoped would start or had already started and is now ending. I don't feel that romantic connection between us. Then if you have a rationale that you think is important, like, oh, because, when it comes to me, this, I found this or I found that, you can say that, but I would say it needs to be true and it needs to be relevant and it needs to be kind. And often we can talk too much in these situations when really the main news that they need is that you don't feel that connection. And sometimes you can't put your finger exactly on what it is. Sometimes you can, but it would be incredibly rude to say, oh, it's something about your physical appearance or it's something about your personality. Actually, they don't need that feedback from you, because what you specifically don't find attractive is subjective, and the next person could love that about them. And we don't want them to be hung up trying to change something which is actually a part of their personality or character or looks, which others may find amazing. It's not your place to help them with character development. So you deliver the news clearly and carefully. You say, that's not the kind of connection that I see between us. And then you say something positive. You don't wax lyrical. You don't lie. You don't be too profuse about this, because if you really thought they were that great, you'd be going on the date. But you say like, but I love your company and I do think there's a friendship here. So if you were willing to pursue that, then I'd love to hang out in a group or, grab coffee with friends or something along those lines. But make sure you're not lying. If you don't want to do that, don't say it. Your yes is your yes and your no is your no. And if you are saying, I want to pursue friendship, then you need to be pursuing friendship with them if that's what they want as well. Otherwise, you can just say like, I'm so flattered, but that's not how I'm feeling. And I'm sorry.